Y'all know before reacting my for life. I know you guys having a blessed day. Make sure you subscribe to the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. Make sure you hit that like button. Now, Jaidyn and Alexis firing shots at Chrisean Rock, and we already know for obvious reasons. You know, because Chrisean Rock was a side piece that had a position change to the main piece, and Jaidyn got sat on the bench. And it just been like that for a little moment, back and forth. She said, "Who marries a nigga who don't call his kids and old child support? Just give me my money." And I believe she's really upset due to the restaurant and Chrisean Rock being involved in that. But let's get right into the video.
And child support. Just give me my money. And girl, Chrisean clapped back. She hit her with 2 lefts and a right. Child, Jaidyn didn't even respond. So Chrisean said, Jaidyn, I married him because I took a risk on love. You worried about why I married him. I'm wondering why our kids ain't fully met. You held my son when he was 3 to 4 months old. I understand that you're feeling hurt and disappointed right now, and I truly empathize with what you're going through. It's important to acknowledge those feelings, but I also want to remind you that
I wonder if that was doing when she said held her son. Was that during the time when they both was at Blueface house and they destroyed it and they went on that little ride together? I wonder if that's the time when she held Chrisean Jr. But you took a risk on love. Do you not see the public display that y'all have put on that has been horrendous, that has been degenerate, based, low IQ, low vibrational on so many levels, a risk on love? The thing that you did while you was pregnant, you still not taking accountability because you still not getting that child a proper treatment. It's just truly sad to me that someone like Chrisean is even saying anything. Even though she probably said something that was a little bit more mature. She probably got somebody to help write it. But man,
your worth isn't defined by someone else's actions. I'm passing you this advice because someone once told me when I was crashing out. Child, not Chrisean being the crash out counselor. You have so much potential and strength within you, and I believe in your ability to overcome this and create something amazing for yourself and your kids. You can't be confused if he don't call the kids, if you're bragging online how you don't pick up calls. Who wrote this?
I don't know who wrote this, but it's like somebody took your position at work and you ended up getting a lower entry level position, but they you don't worry about it. You got so much potential to do greater things. Don't worry about what's going on right now. Don't get shooken up while they're happily in that position. See, this is hilarious, man. It's funny playing devil's advocate and then using reverse psychology. It's all this shit. It's hilarious. You can't make this shit up.
In the world F him while he's locked up, plus his mother Karlissa exploiting our babies for clout. Pick a better babysitter. You cut that
I ain't gonna lie, I do agree with that. Karlissa just be literally babysitting the kids just to bring up weird things in front of them and try to pin, you know, situations against another situation. Cause she's trying to be an instigator but covert. Oh yeah, look at that daddy picking up this person, but then all the while you're not being a great grandmother. You're not supporting them emotionally. You're not an advocate individual that's going to make sure that they're excelling and growing mentally, especially when they're going through a moment like this where their father is away from them. She don't want to do that. She just want to film and talk shit, and then you're actually causing more burdens. You're causing more damage than good.
lady off once before. So why bother with his mother, knowing she only watching them kids to hurt him and post weird stuff? I get it. Resentment will have you not see why he won't call to talk to your kids. But jail isn't a camping trip. It's hell. While I don't agree with abandonment or how things have unfolded with our children's father, I want you to know that you don't have to carry the weight of his decisions. You're not alone. And you deserve to be happy. Everyone does. It's okay, but most importantly, don't lose sight of your own power. You have the ability to rise above and create the life you truly deserve for yourself. Child! Who wrote this? Is this ChatGPT or Alyssa? Chrisean, you really coming with a word like this? She say, You have the ability to rise above and create the life you truly deserve for yourself. One where you can feel confident, strong, and ready to show your kids what true resilience look like. Child, I can't even get it out, but you got it out. You got it all out.
Ruby K is funny.
Going back and forth about a man isn't me anymore. So if you beef with him, please leave me out of it. The beef we got is played out. When Blueface wrote that diss track for you, towards me, that's where you messed up at. Doing things out of spite don't work. Even when I made Mr. Take Your I direct every lyric to him, not you.
Now that is true. You know, when she did make that song, she wasn't trying to come at Jaidyn, but obviously she can't really take the bait because she was the side piece. She knew he was in a relationship with Jaidyn. It wasn't like they were separated or whatever the case may be. So you can't really say that, oh, I wasn't trying to come at you. Your whole embodiment of what you have done came at her. Should she respond, do evil for evil? No, because it doesn't get you anywhere. All it causes is more bitterness. The kids get involved. They're unable to truly have any type of relationship with each other. And it's going to create division, and Karlissa right in the middle. But Blueface, to me, is very childish. Super childish. He is very vain. He doesn't have that level of consciousness in him to do something that's going to benefit everyone, but in a positive way. He's destructive. This is why the dude screwed up his face. Even his son don't even want to see him because he feels like look like something from Jigsaw.
But even that was lame on my end, because doing things to people because it's done to me don't really satisfy the spirit. It corrupts your soul and heart and causes setbacks and delays. Nobody wins beefing over penis. Beefing with you is childish, and our kids are related. Back when I was 20 to 23, my brain wasn't fully developed, so beefing with anyone was funny. But this isn't funny anymore. It's weird, and I truthfully feel like you probably was drunk tweeting.
I don't really like people blaming everything on being young. This is what the problem is. If you're conscious of right and wrong, that's why when you go to school, when you're in class, when the teacher gives you instructions, you know what to do and what not to do. You know how to look both ways before you cross the street because it's dangerous. It can be fatal. But people act like morale goes out the window when they start getting, involved intimately with people. Because you know why? Everybody puts their pleasure above what's right. They put their own delusion, they put their own twist on the truth instead of what's righteous. What do I call evil good and good evil? Because you know why? People will go after their own lust and try to justify it. Oh, the reason why I did this is because of this, but not taking accountability. Don't blame it on you being young. That's a scapegoat. Oh, yeah, I was young. That's why I know. It's because you are a fool. You didn't go after intelligence. You didn't go after spirituality. You wasn't seeking the right kind of influences. You decided to go the way of the wicked, sit the season scornful. You didn't care about morale. That's what happens.
Your emotions, but I had to learn that stuff don't do nothing but make crashing out a bad habit. Instead, put all that energy into your craft. And by the way, I'm taking this advice as well.
You probably didn't write it.
So you giving advice and taking advice, taking accountability, and realizing that your brain wasn't fully developed. Child, that frontal lobe is slowly developing. Like we in the classroom. So Jaidyn then goes, all these MFers forgot they was playing with Cat on OnlyFans for a repost and slice of pizza, and now want to act like they being down for bro. Didn't she wish this on him? Bunch of effing losers. I hate MFs who play victim. Bees go live for 30 days and 30 nights with my name in their mouth and turn around acting dumb AF. Always trying to be a part of something. Oh, I get it. So Jaidyn feel like Chrisean inserted herself in the business of Jaidyn getting cheated on by her baby daddy with her homegirl. Girl, I get it. I totally get it. But I hate to be the one to tell you, Jaidyn. But if it wasn't for Chrisean, child, we wouldn't care if your baby daddy was cheating on you with your mammy. Word on the street, he did sleep with your sister. I mean, that's allegedly. Now, speaking of folks inserting themselves, you know Karlissa hopped in to get her licks in. She said, "Leave me out of this, ma'am. You exploited your son by trying to make him an alcoholic and drug addict in your womb. You need to sympathize with the results of your actions as a mother. No one destroys a newborn for their own emotions. You can't give no mother advice but the junkies."
Now, one thing I'm gonna say with Karlissa, she shouldn't have wrote that online, but a lot of people feel that way. I feel that way in terms of what she did to Chrisean Jr. because it's diabolical. It is nefarious. It's insidious. It's just downright, just crazy. Like, and she would talk shit online, but then she can't even simply turn the camera around and show how Junior is, meeting all his milestones, etc. She'd never do that. And that's what bothers me. You're willing to write paragraphs. You're willing to talk shit about this person and post this. But then when it comes time to show his development and shut up everyone that believes what's really going on when you're trying to be covert about it. Come on, man. We have to take accountability in these things. And you have to live with that trauma. See, that's a lifetime of having to deal with something, especially if that is like 100% factual. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about this shit, because this shit is just wow. I mean, you can't make this shit up.
And your child, because y'all have a long, hard ride ahead. And I want nothing but the best for y'all. The disappointment Jaidyn has to suffer is temporary. Y'all.
It's funny how I just said it's temporary what somebody else going through, but when you do something like that, that's a lifetime. Now, I'm not saying that it's the case, the full extent, but obviously there's something at the age that he's at right now. I have a daughter that's 1 and about, let me see, about 3 months. And she's up here running, climbing upstairs, jumping, all types of. And Junior should be doing way more than that. But you can't even show that. You got to hear him talking in the background saying, you hear him talking about your daddy today. He making the same noises that he was making back then. Come on, man. We got to do better. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this. This shit is diabolical, man. I'm up out of